What's up, family? I welcome you back once again to the channel. My name is Raymond. This is the channel where we try to make things easy. We give the video lessons and tutorials to help people pass for their theory exams of the patent TB in Italy. All right, so today, without wasting much time, we are going to talk about this topic right here, which is the Segnale di Obbligo. But before then, as usual, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell to get more updates. All right, so Segnale di Obbligo, when we talk about Segnale di Obbligo, we simply means an obligatory sign, okay, a compulsory something you need to do, okay. So in this case, there are comportments you need to follow. It's a compulsory comportment you need to follow. So when we talk about this, it means if you need to go to the left, to the right, or whatever, so whenever we see them, they are fondo blue. The background color is blue, but the signs are white. Okay, so now the first sign we want to talk about today is a direzione obbligatoria di rito. So when we say direzione obbligatoria di rito, it simply means the direction that we need to go by all means, or by all standard, or compulsory is to go direct. Okay, so this is the direct we see right here, and it means that we need to go direct. We can't go to the left, we can't go to the right, but the only direction we should go is to go to direct. Okay, so è un segnale di direzione obbligatoria che indica l'unica direzione consentita. Ok, so si trova nella vicinanza di un incrocio, ok, sia su strada a senso unico che doppio senso di circolazione, ed obbligatorio a svuotare soltanto diritto. Ok, so vieta pertanto di svuotare a destra e a sinistra. Ok, so when we talk about this, it simply means that, like I said, the only direction that is allowed for us now is to go direct. Okay, so let's look at this guy right here. If you look at the guy here, this vehicle moving, and the arrows are indicated red and to the left and the red to the right, it means that we can't go. Okay, so the green one is the only direction we can proceed. So looking at this guy here, had the only direction to go direct. Okay, so when quiz is telling you here you can go to the right, you can go to the left, absolutely not, it's not true. So we can go to direct. Only direction allowed here is to go direct. Okay, so also one more thing, if you look at here now, where the vehicle is already where the cartello is, the indication is, so we put this at the exact intersection where you need to follow that comportment. Okay, so that is it for direzione obbligatoria a destra. So now let's look at one more thing, which is direzione obbligatorio a sinistra. Okay, so the opposite of a destra is sinistra. Now when we say direzione obbligatoria a sinistra, this is the cartello. We'll see the one I've highlighted here. Okay, so when we see this, it means that è un segnale di direzione obbligatoria che indica l'unica direzione consentita, si trova nella vicinanza di un incrocio, ossia su, come abbiamo detto, ed obbligatorio a svuotare soltanto a sinistra. Okay, so here we can go only sinistra, we can go only to the left. Okay, so we can't go direct, we can't go to the right. Okay, so the only place we can go is to go to the left. Okay, so let's look at this here. So you can see this guy right here is as moving. He can't go to direct right now, and he can't go to the right, but the green arrow is pointing to his direction, that is going to the right. Okay, why? Because he saw this cartello blue that indicated him to go to the left. Okay, so that is exactly what we mean by direzione obbligatorio a sinistra. All right, so let's look at one more thing, which is direzione obbligatorio a destra. Okay, so that's also the opposite of sinistra. So here è un segnale di direzione obbligatoria che indica l'unica direzione consentita, come avevamo detto prima. So è obbligatorio a svuotare soltanto a destra. Okay, so in this case as well, we can't not go to the left nor the right, to the left nor to direct, okay, but we can only go to the right, and this is the sign you will see that indicates that compartment. So it means that at the intersection you need to go to the right. Okay, so all right, so this is also looking at this guy, you know, he had no option because he couldn't go to the left or go forward. So he decided, or he had the obbligo, he had he was obliged to go to the right hand side. Okay, yeah, so that is it also. And now let's look at un preavviso. Okay, so preavviso di direzione obbligatoria a destra. So now when we talk about preavviso di direzione a destra, this is a cartello you see, but looking at this and this one is different. Okay, but then they are all pointing to the right. But now this one tells us that un preavviso, you know, it tells us before we get here. Okay, so before you get to an intersection, you see this one that tells you that, okay guy, ahead of you, maybe 50 meters, 50 kilometers, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers ahead of you, you need to go to the right. Okay, so this is un preavviso. This one tells you that this is ahead of you. Okay, alright, so è un preavviso di direzione obbligatoria che indica l'unica direzione consentita. So si trova molto prima di un incrocio, sia su strada a senso unico che doppio senso, ed è obbligatoria. Ok, so non subito ma più avanti. So if you see this, doesn't mean that as soon as you see this you need to go to the right. No, it tells you that più avanti. Okay, so more ahead of you, you need to go to the right. So più avanti a svuotare soltanto a destra. Ok, so preavvisa quindi che all'incrocio non è consentito proseguire diritto o svuotare a sinistra. So it means that to that intersection you can't go to the left or to go direct. Okay, so è sbagliato dire che è un segnale di curva. So this one we cannot say is a curve. Okay, so curves are having different sign, but this one you can see that it's a blue, so it's not a curve. Okay, all right, so let's look at preavviso. So you can see this guy right here, we had 50m. So there's one more thing I need to say here, and that is it. That is we can have a pannelli. Ok, so può essere integrato con un pannello che indica la distanza da punto in cui vige l'obbligo. So that's what we saw right here, and you know, we can see this white pannelli which it's written 50m. That tells us how many meters or kilometers ahead of us that we need to go to the right. Okay, so in this case he had 50 meters ahead of him, he was supposed to go to the right. Okay, so that is un preavviso. So it tells us to prepare ourselves because ahead of us we're supposed to go to the right. Alright, so that is it for that as well. Now let's look at one more other thing, which is preavviso di deviazione obbligatoria per un autocar in transito. So when we say per autocar in transito, now here we are talking about un preavviso. In this same blue cartello we see, but you can see this big vehicle at the bottom. So it means that we are talking for this big vehicle. Okay, so we call them autocarri a massa complessiva superiore a 3,5 tonnellate. So they are autocarris, the articulators that have their tons more than 3.5 tons. Okay, so these signs are always, or most of the times, are indicated because maybe if this vehicle is supposed to go direct, there is a bridge or there is an overhead which he cannot go, or his weight is not supported on that bridge, so he's supposed to divert. Okay, take another road. Okay, so it is only specified for this type of vehicles and nothing else. All right, so let's see see. So you can see ahead of you, in front, you can see the autocarro with a load, and he decided to go to the right because he had the obbligo to go to the right. But the other vehicles, some of them decided to go direct because they don't have this compulsory something. They can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, so that is it for that as well. All right, so let's look at one other thing, and the final thing, which is preavviso di direzione obbligatoria a sinistra. So this is the opposite of what we spoke about before, and that is it. Okay, so if it is not destra, like we said, it's sinistra. So è un preavviso di direzione obbligatoria che indica l'unica direzione consentita. Okay, so it means that ahead of us we need to go. Okay, so non subito, so the same tema, più avanti a svoltare soltanto a sinistra. Okay, so like the other one, ahead of us we need to go to the left. Okay, so if you look at this guy right here, he had this, that at 50 meters ahead of him he was supposed to go to the left, and if you look at the green arrow, when he got to the intersection, he decided to go to the left. All right, so that's it for this today, and we are going to cover other lessons, a lot of them. So I will encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and wait for more lessons of this type. And also, if you love the lesson, please comment down. If you have a specific lesson you want us to topic you want us to treat, just comment it down. Okay, and if you don't understand something, just write it under the comment section. Okay, so I'll be waiting until next video.